If you're looking for effective strategies to pass your audit and assurance examination, then this video is for you. So please stay tuned till the end. I'm Megha Bansali, ACCA and the Indian Qualified Chartered Accountant. Today in this video, we are going to be discussing how you can crack your audit and assurance examination, because we all know audit has the least pass percentage at the skill level, plus the paper pattern is very different compared to other subjects. So in other subjects you have 60 marks MCQ and then you have 40 marks subjective, but in audit we 30 marks of MCQ and 70 marks of subjective paper. So that makes the paper very different. Now how do you tackle this paper is something very different. So if I have to talk about section A, so basically section A is an objective type of paper. So here guys, you don't have any negative marking, which is a very good advantage. So always attempt all your questions. Now typically the kind of concepts that are tested in my section A are my ethics reporting. They definitely tend to come in section A. So focus on these topics because these topics are not very complicated. If you get one question from ethics, you have 5 marks. One question from reporting, you have 5 marks. So 10 marks you should be focusing from these two topics in your section A part of audit question. This is one strategy that you can adopt. Now moving on to section B. In section B, we typically know the kind of questions that come. One question comes on control testing. Now in control testing guys, 4 things can be asked. First, to identify the control. So you should be able to write what is the control of the organization in your own language. Second, you could be asked to say what is the control testing that you will do. So you have to then say what processes will you follow, what all will you verify while you are checking the controls. Then they can ask you what is the control deficiency. So what management has done in that, what is the problem, what is the loophole, and lastly what are the recommendation, how can these loopholes be made better. So understand what is the requirement. Is it asking you direct control, is it asking you control testing, control deficiency, or if it's asking you to make a recommendation. So guys, please focus a lot on the word that the question is saying and draft your answer accordingly. It's very simple. 1 mark you will get for each point in your control testing. One 20 marker question definitely comes from control testing. So please practice that question really well. Then moving on, you normally get one 30 marker question around risk. So in your risk again, you should write, what is problem in particular area, and you have to say what is the effect of it. So this problem is giving rise to overstatement of asset, understatement of asset, overstatement of expense. So please mention these words. So this is the problem, this is the issue. So that's your risk. Then you have to give a action, or basically what audit procedures you will perform to verify if this risk exists or no. Now when you are writing your audit procedures, keep few things in mind. Please include assertions. So include what are you going to check. Are you checking completeness, accuracy, valuation, presentation? So this will also help you to draft the answer. Include assertions. Include how are you going to check. How will I check completeness? Ensure that entire ledger has been verified. That will ensure completeness. So what is the action to get my assertion done? That you need to keep in mind. So that will give you your procedure answer. So this is one thing that you need to keep in mind while answering your risk question. So basically when you talk about evidence, evidence is like an outcome of your procedure. So just keep this one simple thing in mind when you are talking about evidence is, for example, if I have to go to the court of law and prove that I have done this, then what will I do? I will show some documentation, or I will show some paper to say this is my audit evidence. That is your entire evidence. So whenever a question on evidence comes, think of documents or paper that you could submit to court of law if you were being questioned, have you performed this procedure? So that's how you can answer your audit evidence question. And lastly, the other question that you're going to get will typically be on procedures. So for procedures, guys, keep in mind assertions. Keep in mind the action you will perform to check the assertions. and if you want, you can also include the audit evidence as a result of the procedure. So this will give you a complete answer structuring for your audit procedure question. So these are basic tips that you can keep in mind on how to answer each of these questions. In case you require detailed guidance, then I have already done a entire paper solving of audit where we have discussed all questions, what to include, how to write, how to structure. Go there and watch that to get a good idea on how to do your audit question. And guys, with audit, the very important thing is, I keep telling all my students, do not mug up. Please understand. Honestly, audit is a very, very practical paper. If you are practically able to understand how audit is done, you will find your audit paper very easy. Do not mug up procedures. Understand what has to be done, why you're doing it. You will then be able to answer all sort of questions. If you're looking for any kind of guidance around understanding audit, practicality of audit, you can reach out to me. I'll be very happy to help each one of you. So guys, these are tips for your audit paper. I hope you found them useful. Please do not forget to share it with your friends. Don't forget to like the video. Do drop in a comment below in case you have any kind of queries or clarification. And guys, please do not forget to subscribe to my channel. So I hope you're going to get great results in your audit examination. And if you're looking for any kind of assistance, mock tests, classes, help, you can definitely reach out to me. I'll be very happy to help each one of you. And I'll be back with more such content. Till then, take care. See you all.